Hello and welcome to my shop. Today I found an old piece of hickory board that I cut into a 12-inch circle. It has some issues. It was a end of a shelf, so it has screw holes and a little slot cut in it, so I'll have to work around those. I have sped up parts of the video so that we don't have to sit here for the 3 or 4 hours that this actually took. You can see some of the obstacles I have to work around here. I cut away some wood and stopped to see where we are with the obstacles. Still have some more to go. The hard part of cutting a solid piece of wood is that a lot of it goes into shavings and sawdust. I didn't cut the wood round at first because I knew I would be making the edge thinner and it would be easier to do then. When I turn the bowl around to cut the inside, I will need a way to attach it to the lathe. So I will mark a circle and cut a recess into the bottom that will mount to my chuck. This is always a tricky operation because you don't want your calipers to catch and go flying across the room. Now that the recess is cut, I work on the button. Most of the pieces I make have a bead and button bottom to indicate that it was something that I made. On this piece, I'm trying something new. I'm adding this texturing to both the bottom and the top, something I haven't tried before. I have sanded the bottom and put on a couple of coats of Danish oil to bring out the grain. Now I'm going to remove it from the worm screw that holds it to the lathe and turn it around to start working on the top of the bowl. I'm removing the worm screw from the chuck, which will allow me to place the bottom of the bowl, the recess that I made earlier, over the jaws of the chuck. The jaws expand into the recess of the platter, holding it tight so that I can work on the top. I like to use the tailstock when possible to add a little holding power. Here I am flattening the top, and then I will start forming the shape with the rim, which I will put a pattern onto, and then cut the bowl. I have marked where I want the pattern to be cut. Unfortunately, when I started cutting, I did not place the camera so that you could see the tool that I was using. So it just looks like magic. As I turn the bowl and stop it, the pattern just appears. So here's the outer ring and the inner ring. They're a little rough at first, but with a little light sanding and some outlining, then they get refined and look a little better. With the rim of the bowl patterned and everything set up, it's time to start hollowing out the bowl portion of the platter. This takes a little thought and planning because it's very easy to go too deep and all the way through and out the backside. Here I'm using a round nose scraper to flatten the bottom and blend it to the curves on the side of the bowl. With some sanding, a few touch-ups, and a couple of coats of Danish oil, I think I'm ready to set this one on the shelf for a while. Thanks for visiting the shop. We'll see you next time.